Good afternoon, folks. It's Sunday here, Jimmy Pitstick, and I'm hanging out kind of going over my schedule for the week coming up with my students, and I want to talk about a very important topic. How long should you practice the guitar on a daily basis? Okay, so let's say you found that guitar teacher and he's working with you and you've laid out what you want to progress and what you want to do, and he's showed you some of the things that he can teach you. Money's going out, you're like, man, I got to get some practice time in, I don't want to waste my money and move forward on this. To me, the optimal amount of time you need to spend on practicing guitar on a daily basis is 20 minutes. Now, back in the day, when I was probably 9 or 10 years old, that would have been the late 60s, early 70s, my mom said, I'll pay for piano lessons if you'll practice for an hour a day. I said, okay. So she signed me up. The first week I tried a couple times, and maybe day 3 or whatever, I look out the window and I see my friends riding their bikes around. I'm going, bye, Mom. So my lessons did not last very long. Well, in today's day and time, as much information that we have coming at us all the time, we can schedule 20 minutes a day to sit down with this thing. And when I say sit down with it, I want you to find a really quiet place, uninterrupted. Go into your room or a room that you have in the house and sit down with the guitar. Make sure you tune it before you start your practice and focus for 20 minutes on the guitar. And if you'll do that 5 days a week, you will progress on this instrument. Weekend rolls around, you got Saturday, Sunday off, you can take off for 2 days, no big deal. Now let's say you can't get 5 20-minute lessons in a day. You can only get 3, okay? Well, at 3, yes, you are going to progress, but not as quickly. 2, forget it. You're just going to maintain. 1, you're not doing any good. And if you practice 3 or more, yes, you are going to progress. So your goal should be 5. Now, a lot of times I'll sit down with my students and I'll say, hey, how come you didn't get practice in today? And they'll say, well, I had finals, or maybe I had a family emergency. I was like, I'm totally cool with that. But if they just said, well, I just didn't get it in, I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just going to give you the, warning sign right now that if you can't practice, then I'm going to have to drop you, because I've got other people that would like to be in this position here. I run a little performance group called Young Stars and Guitars, where I set up gigs around town for grade school kids to go play. And so, I really don't have time for people that are lazy and don't want to play the guitar or practice the guitar. So I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but just you owe it to your instructor and you owe it to yourself. If you're going to sign up for guitar lessons, you need to practice 20 minutes a day. Now, what I have done for my students is create a little practice log right here. And what you can do is you can do this on your own right here. And then just initial what days you got to practice in, or put the day on there, however you want to do it. But you can track that. And if I've got a problem, I've got a student who's got a problem with time management and they can't get that in, I'll have to send them home with one of these logs. They'll come back the next week and I'll say, get your log out. How many practices did you get in? They'll say, well, I got in 3. And I said, okay, well, 3 is better than none. So let's try to get 4 next week, and let's try to get on schedule and be a better time manager, okay? So just with that in mind, again, 20 minutes a day is kind of the magical number. If you can get 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the afternoon on the same day, yes, you're going to progress twice as fast. So stay motivated and get that 20-minute practice in. And I promise you'll see your guitar level will really start to rise. Think of it as just the process of being in that practice. Don't think about it, how good you're going to be or whatever. Guitar, a lot of people underestimate this instrument. It's pretty difficult to learn. But once you get practicing and that muscle memory starts kicking in, you'd be surprised how fast you can advance on this. With that being said, y'all have a great Sunday, and get out there and practice. Take care.